Balance mods. There are a lot of them. Some are better, some are worse, but they're still a thing. And they just don't work. Now, this is a slightly controversial statement for someone who is only known for reviewing that one balance mod, but after playing all the major ones, them being GPS, Fish and Kingo, all I can say is, the concept just doesn't work. And no, it's not because I dislike the changes or because I dislike the creators, no, far from it. If you don't want to watch the entire video, here's a TLDR. Balance mods are like custom weapon servers, a gimmick. You can't play them forever or all the time. And I think there is nothing wrong with that. But the problem is, custom weapons cannot basically have many weapons they want. Balance mods are made by people with their own takes on balancing, thus they just don't appeal to as many people who want to make their own balance mod, which they deem perfect. But thankfully, most of those people have no resources or knowledge of coding, so their ideas just end up on the Reddits. Thankfully. But those who can just create another balance mod which nobody's going to play, which is the reason there are like 5 of them, and let's be honest, who cares? Unlike custom weapons, which had their moment back in 2015 to 2017, balance mods just never took off. Try joining any balance mod server without a YouTuber playing on it. And trust me, making more mods doesn't make the situation any better when even the biggest ones cannot get any players at all. And even then, balance mods are purely a gimmick. The game is still perfectly playable, there are some bad weapons, but they're still usable, so every weapon in the game has some kinda niche in the meta. So basically, there are too many balance mod servers and not enough demand for them. Now for the actual video. We need to understand why balance mods are even a thing, which I think it's obvious, no balance changes since the blue moon. Back in the days, weapons were changed quite often, be it fixes or full-on revamps. Players just missed that feeling. This is the exact reason why custom weapons mod exists. People just want to see new changes, be it gameplay changes or just a new weapon to try out. And the fact that the game hasn't been rebalanced in almost 5 years means that balance mods, in a way, are a logical continuation of custom weapons. But as I've said before, the formula is different. You can add how many weapons you want to the mod because, well, the people just want more weapons. But when it comes to balance mods, it all depends on the creator. And let's be honest, custom weapons were made for fun and balance mods try to be serious most of the time. And obviously people have a lot of opinions and there are a lot of ways you can balance the game, which leads to the next problem of all balance mods basically. If the mod makers actually had any target demographics, like casual comp players, the mods would have been at least semi-appealing to some of the players, but basically all the big mods right now try to appeal to everyone and it just doesn't work. Some mods, like Kingo for example, even try to balance for MVM, which is just crazy. You cannot balance for PvE and PvP at the same time. Trying to appeal to everyone means that nobody, and I mean nobody, will like the new rebalance changes. Not to mention the inherent bias behind every change by the community. The mods are made by players who have their own preferred strategies, weapons, etc. So if a person hates Sniper, they are going to nerf him into the ground, and that is already controversial enough to scare away some players. Valve, of course, has made some awful balance changes throughout the game's history, but Valve can do that because it's their game, you cannot do anything about it. Balance mods make the average player feel like they have some control over the way the mod is being handled, but most of the time they don't. Frankly, that feeling of control wears off quite quickly. And not to mention that one bad change is already enough to scare off a lot of people, especially if it's a controversial weapon like the Ubers saw. If you want to nerf it, you will lose a solid chunk of the possible player base. If you want to keep it, well, the quote-unquote professional balancers will complain about it endlessly until someone makes a new mod and the cycle just repeats again. So there you go. Here's my rant about a niche modding scene in a 2007 video game. I'm only making this video because people still ask me to review other balance mods, such as Kingo. And while I can go and play that mod for a week and make up my mind about the changes, it's not going to be genuine. I never truly played that mod, I never interacted with the community, and frankly, I don't want to play Balancemods anymore. Maybe one day someone will make a mod that just fixes bugs and doesn't add explosive kills to the gas passer. But for now, thanks for watching and have a good day.